Hello, welcome back to Siouxland Senior Planning this week. Today we're coming to you on location from the lead lodge at the Arbor Day Farms in Nebraska City, Nebraska. Many of our clients are seniors, elderly people who struggle with the symptoms of dementia. So today I want to spend a few minutes with you talking about what your care options might be if you have a loved one who is dealing with that often age-related disease. Mayo Clinic defines dementia as mental condition that affects memory, thinking, and social behaviors. It includes memory loss as the most common symptom that presents with dementia, but it also includes often things like speech and communication issues, movement and difficulties controlling your physical actions, as well as anxiety, paranoia, and sometimes even anger. If you're looking for help with a loved one who's dealing with dementia or some of these symptoms, whether that's through an Alzheimer's diagnosis or potentially something like Lewy body or even Parkinson's related dementias. Parkinson's is not a dementia, but it can result in some of those things, some of those same symptoms. You may be hoping for outside help. Often we'll see our clients who have dementias or who are struggling with dementia look into home health, getting help with managing medications very early on in the diagnosis. That can result in assistance, maybe with medications or with preparing meals and remembering to eat, things like that. Family is often another way that our clients get help when there is a dementia diagnosis. They will turn to their families. And in fact, we often will have clients come in and early on in the planning process, they'll say things like, well, I'm never going to go to a nursing home, or I know that if I ever need care, like long-term care of some kind, that my kids will be there to help me out. And our response to that is always just to say, well, that's great. I'm glad you have a plan. But let's make sure that the kids know that that's your plan, because they may not be prepared to provide the level of care that you might need if you have some advancing dementia symptoms. If you're not going to be able to stay in your home because the symptoms are too advanced, or if your loved one is struggling with things beyond what your ability is to help or what a home health aide will provide, the next level that you might look at for care is in an assisted living facility. Assisted living facilities are kind of an in-between option for care, for assistance with those long-term care needs. Assisted living is a hybrid, so what they do is most assisted living facilities will charge a rent, like for an apartment, and then they'll also charge an assistance-based fee. So you'll see levels of need, and that might have a different charge based on how much help you are requiring. So if you are very early in the dementia diagnosis, or if your loved one has very few symptoms, assisted living may be primarily just the rent as far as cost, with a very low level of care added on, maybe a level 1. As we advance through the disease and experience worse symptoms for dementia, the assisted living care assistance will level up, so to speak, and you'll have a level 2 or even a level 3 for help with those dementia symptoms. There are certain assisted living facilities who will provide what we call memory care, which is kind of the next level. That memory care is often provided in what is called a lockdown unit, or behind doors that are locked, and that prevents the residents from wandering, from getting lost in the building, or even from getting outside. And sometimes for those advanced dementia symptoms, especially with memory and movement challenges, anxiety, those psychological symptoms, that lockdown unit becomes really important, because it keeps the residents safe, even if they are physically capable of handling things on their own. They maybe aren't always making good decisions, and that lockdown unit keeps them from getting into too many unsafe scenarios. For very advanced dementia situations, the last level of care, or the ultimate level of care, maybe is a better way to say that, would be a nursing home. And nursing homes are available for people who have those dementia conditions that they can't be on their own anymore, and they really just need 24/7 care to keep them safe, to keep them healthy and happy. Those often can be good situations for dementia patients because at that point they may be primarily just in need of some social interaction and regular check-ins that the nursing home staff will provide. And the nursing home staff is extremely skilled and gifted at providing that kind of supervision and oversight. So your options are, number one, stay at home and get help from family. So whether your loved one has kids around or maybe there's a spouse who's taking care of them, then you can get help from home health and have someone come in and assist with medication management and potentially even homemaker services like meal preparation and things like that, bathing if we need that, those kinds of things. For somewhat more advanced patients, we're looking at assisted living and even potentially as much as memory care, which can be provided in an assisted living facility. And then the last level is nursing home, which could also be classified as memory care if the wandering or the potential for someone getting lost is higher. So those are your options for care when you have a loved one with dementia, and certainly want to make sure that you are exploring everything that's out there for you and getting the help that you need when you need it. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.